All right, music fans, welcome. Harmless Dave here on the Harmless Dave channel, talking about real music and doing it in real time for a few real people out here, just like you and just like me. So, if you're a Newsboys fan, some breaking news, and I am. I have the T-shirt I wear on occasion. I've got albums. Really, these guys look like they're new kids on the block here, right? But this is the album that really got me into the Newsboys. It's called Step Up to the Microphone, late 90s. This is the Australian lineup with Peter Furler. He's the strange looking bald man. And Phil Joel, who is just this great songwriter and singer in his own right. Um, anyway, this is the inside of this album, and I've got a couple of more albums here. And so, yes, I'm a fan. And so it was kind of disturbing to find out that the current lineup is now fragmenting as Michael Tait, who joined the band in 2009. Now, about Michael Tait, I thought that was the weirdest thing when he joined Newsboys. Um, I liked him in DC Talk, obviously. I liked him a lot as a solo artist. Um, he's got a couple of albums that I really still go back to today. But when he joined Newsboys, they had this quirky outback Australian thing going on. And their sound became very generic Christian radio sounding after that. I will say that some of their songs, like God's Not Dead, are iconic now, and that is the Michael Tait lineup. But it completely changed the sound of this band. And so I don't know. Someone told me that they have a new singer already, and he sounds great. And I would probably give Peter Furler a call and ask if he wanted to come back, or Phil Joel. Anyway, Tait says he's out after 15 years. They've won Grammy Awards. This is a big deal in the Christian music world. Newsboys has amassed a listener base of over 1.3 million on Spotify. Tait stressed his decision to leave was not one he had planned. The 58-year-old star said, "While this may come as a surprise, given I've been touring ever since college, I've made for me what is a monumental and heartfelt decision that it is time to step down from Newsboys." Tait reminisced on the band's major milestones from iconic singles like Born Again, We Believe, Worldwide Revival, and God's Not Dead. And they just released an album called Worldwide Revival Part 1, which I don't think is getting any airplay out there on Christian radio. They've sold as a band over 10 million records. That's a lot. Since 1989, the band has climbed the Billboard Christian Airplay chart with two number one hits, including You Are My King, Amazing Love, which is one of their best songs ever. And then We Believe, which is with Michael Tait. He wished his fellow bandmates Duncan, Jeff, Jody, and Adam the best of luck carrying on the venture. He says, "There's so much I'm thankful for. The laughter and the tears we shared together, the prayers, the late night talks, and the moments we have shared together both on and off stage are things I will be grateful for." Away from music, Tait has been open about his conservative political views. Keep in mind, this article comes from AOL. So, of course, they're going to take a dig at Michael Tait because he's a quote-unquote conservative, endorsing Ted Cruz for president in 2016 before supporting Donald Trump, opposing his impeachment in 2019, and performing at an Evangelicals for Trump concert in January of 2020. So the article concludes with something that, makes it just disqualifying for this guy to even exist, because he supported Trump, and he's a conservative. You can't be conservative or support Trump. And why is that even relevant to the article itself that he's leaving? Just say he's leaving the Newsboys. It's weird why he's leaving. He was very successful. In my humble opinion, I liked him better in DC Talk. DC Talk was such a powerhouse band that was so different from a lot of things, and that's why I liked DC Talk better. And I liked this incarnation of the Newsboys. I'll tell you, there's just some great music. I think this might be one of the last albums right here they did before Tate joined. But yeah, I've got a bunch of these in my collection because I like Newsboys. So anyway, I'm wishing Michael Tate the best and all the fans. It's going to be a big shakeup there, but I did notice that they're not getting Christian radio airplay with their newer stuff like they did a few years ago. They were just everywhere, and now everything goes in a cycle. And ageism, you think it's bad in pop music, it's probably worse in Christian music for some reason. Everything's got to be new, fresh, new all the time. There are some bands like Third Day that went on for a long time. Another one of my favorites, Casting Crowns, is still out there. Stephen Curtis Chapman is still out there, and he's got a song that is on Christian radio right now. I find that pretty remarkable that they're still allowing him to get airplay. But most everything out there is young and fresh, and it's just constantly replacing itself. And it's sad because a lot of these veterans in whatever genre tend to know what they're doing, and they tend to put out great material. It's just up to the record labels and the radio stations to keep them going. So if you hear a song on one of these radio stations, unfortunately, you just can't call them up and say, yeah, I like that song, or yeah, you guys play that song too much. Those days of customer interaction is pretty much over, unless maybe you can send an email. Who knows if they'll even get it or respond to it. But the Newsboys, we'll see what happens next, and I'll have to go check out this new singer. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell for notifications on new videos. Patreon, been really slumping on Patreon lately, and I understand people haven't had much disposable income in recent years and months. And so I get that. YouTube memberships is something, and Super Chat, which apparently it's not a new function. Someone corrected me on that, and I wasn't aware of it until recently because, again, I'm just not that smart. So thanks for watching. God bless, and please pray for California. And someone reminded me to say East Palestine, Ohio, and certainly Tennessee and north parts of North Carolina still having difficulties after that hurricane that hit and went in there and did just amazing damage. We should pray for all of those people, and we should urge the new government that's coming in to put those people first.